We have heard and seen many sour crypto stories, especially the ones that make us think that our investments were not worth it in the first place. We are summoned by volatility, and year after year, it has become something that we no longer magnify as fear. Sometimes the sour stories become mind-blowing tales, and perhaps it's Cardano's fate to walk this path. The previous year left a trail of dysfunction that were hard pills for crypto investors to swallow, such as the collapse of the FTX exchange. The bankruptcy of FTX and the arrest of Sam Bankman-Fried were among the top negative headlines for cryptocurrency sector in 2022. Solana is one of the many cryptocurrencies that saw high volatility around those events. It leached on the coin like a taint that can never be wiped. The cryptocurrency was connected closely to FTX, given the cryptocurrency's platform's former large position in the coin, and founder Bankman-Fried once told user on X that he would buy all the Solana coins he could at $3 each. The collapse of Sam Bankman-Fried's crypto empire was a great one, and it affected other cryptocurrencies, but Solana bore the brunt. In November of 2022, a report revealed that Bankman-Fried's trading firm Alameda Research was mysteriously brimming with FTT tokens issued by his FTX exchange. It was the first indication that Alameda and FTX were more closely intertwined than Bankman-Fried had let on, and that he was in a financially precarious position. Things got worse when there was a bust. However, against all odds and allegations of misdeeds, FTX's fortunes have currently turned around massively, even as Bankman-Fried's situation has worsened. The full extent of Sam Bankman-Fried's fate is still being decided in court by the jurors. Recently, Bankman-Fried was found guilty on 7 counts of criminal fraud, which carried a potential sentence of up to 115 years in prison. The announcement of the verdict initially caused a decline in the prices of several major cryptocurrencies. Among the charges against the former FTX CEO were wire fraud, securities fraud, commodities fraud, money laundering, and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The trial began in early October and included testimony from several former FTX and Alameda employees giving evidence against Bankman-Fried. Now, sentencing for Bankman-Fried is scheduled for March 28th of 2024. This date is anticipated as one that can mark high volatility for cryptocurrencies. The former FTX CEO could also appeal the conviction, which could impact the sentencing date. What do you think about this? For an investor in Solana, the arrest of Bankman-Fried could have been an ideal entry point, considering the cryptocurrency's price drop and subsequent rebound following the event. In December of 2022, Solana traded as high as $13.46. A $1,000 investment in the coin at its daily high could have acquired 74.29 SOL. The $1,000 investment would have been worth $4,556 currently. This represents a potential return of 355.7% in less than a year. For comparison, the S&P 500 ETF Trust, which tracks the S&P 500 stock market index, is only up 12.7% over the same period. Solana hit an all-time high of $260 in November in 2021, and is traded between $8.14 and $67.99 over the last year. Things are getting better for Solana since the effect of the SBF stigma has started to wear off. While it remains to be seen if Solana can hit new all-time highs, the cryptocurrency is a top 10 coin by market capitalization and has posted a strong return over the last year. Now, we understand the importance of not attaching emotions to investment decisions. Many have shied away from buying Solana because of its connection to the disgraceful pitfall of the FTX exchange. With that, they have missed the gains Solana has started to accumulate. If we amplify this role in the Cardano ecosystem, there would be no wild rush of adrenaline when prices face south. The Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson, has repeatedly hammered on the fact that Cardano's growth is more important than the wads of cash it has to offer. He doesn't get emotionally swayed when ADA dumps. Hoskinson sees these things, he understands that it is nothing but a cycle, and when the time is right, things will fall back into place. According to reports, in 2022, Charles Hoskinson spoke on the underperformance of cryptocurrencies in the year so far, claiming that markets are disconnected from reality. He commented other projects within the cryptocurrency industry, adding that many of them are solid, even though the lower than expected prices do not reflect that. The Cardano founder also highlighted the fact that the current market action was mainly driven by macro factors. Cardano ADA has indeed been experiencing struggling prices since it hit its all-time high above $3 back at the start of September of 2021. Since then, it has been on a downward trend. Regardless of some of the important announcements and strides on the part of the project, the token has not seen much recovery, leading to panic among its holders. In light of this, Charles Hoskinson took to YouTube to address those who he perceived were too overly concerned about price rather than the technology. This was not the first time that he had to address price concerns from the community. In the same vein, Hoskinson also taken to his YouTube channel to address price speculations, reiterating that money was not the purpose of Cardano. According to him, the benefit of the blockchain to humanity was the goal. In his YouTube video, the Cardano founder asked the community to calm down when it comes to the price of the digital asset. No doubt there have been sell-offs happening within the cryptocurrency, but it's normal for any asset. The same thing happened to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and other cryptocurrencies out there. Of course, investors will get to a point where they sell off some of their holdings to make gains. However, Charles Hoskinson asked people who are in a panic over the sell-off to chill out. He pointed to the notion that the price discovery given the performance of coins like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, which have no utility, yet have seen tremendous growth. He emphasized that people should not only absorb themselves in the notion of price discovery, but also focus on the impact of the project. Hoskinson pointed to newcomers who have mainly been the ones panicking when it comes to price. He explained that people like these were obsessed with price and there seems to be an utter lack of perspective. For the older investors in the project, most have gotten into Cardano for the impact they knew the blockchain could have, and Hoskinson did not miss in echoing that sentiment. Instead of looking at the price, the founder prompted the community to look towards the future, towards what Cardano could mean for the world someday. For Hoskinson, Cardano goes beyond making money through investing in the token. He sees the project as being an important part of the back end of the nation states and payment solutions going forward. If you look at the 5-year, 10-year, a 15-year, a 20-year package, we feel that there's a strong possibility Cardano could be the back end of many nation states, Hoskinson said. Furthermore, the Cardano founder explained that there is no way to accurately predict what Cardano would be worth once it reaches its full potential. However, he sees it as the biggest preserver of human rights the world has seen. Regardless of the dwindling investor confidence and lack of trust in certain Cardano price predictions, some analysts believe ADA could spike to a peak and even surpass it in 2024. One such person is the popular cryptocurrency analyst who is identified as Ali on X. They observed certain charts and previous consolidation marks to set a $10 price target possibly to be achieved by next summer. Another X user, identified as Lucid, was even more optimistic, envisioning ADA to explode to $30, predicting that global inflation could lift the cryptocurrency market capitalization to $10 trillion in the years to come. However, the analyst did not specify when Cardano's coin might spike to that level. However, the wildest bet, which stood out as the most bullish prediction, came from an analyst using the X handle Fiery Trading. In their view, the token could skyrocket to $35 in the next 2 years, most probably in 2025, thus representing a whopping 10,000% increase compared to its current valuation. Since the pattern has now been confirmed, we can take a look at the next bull market top. Assuming that the bull market top will be somewhere in 2025 and that ADA will continue to follow this pattern, we can make the assumption that ADA would top somewhere above $35, they said. There are a lot of lessons to learn from Solana. In late 2022 and early 2023, it languished to make a name for itself. A mere mention of Solana and a picture of Sam Bankman-Fried will now pop into the heads of many. However, it was just a cycle of living in SBF's shadow. Cardano is trying to maintain an impressive record with its flurry of developments and updates. With Cardano, it's also a cycle, and you need to exercise patience. But that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you click on the subscribe notification buttons, and we'll see you in the next video.